We have witnessed a dominating show from Bangladesh as they go on to seal a comprehensive 74-run win over West Indies to go 1-0 up in the three-match series. Hello and welcome to the quick run of this Dutch-Bangla Bank series between Bangladesh and West Indies. And I'm alongside Samuel Badri. Samuel, a dominating show from Bangladesh?
Yeah, as you mentioned, there in a low-scoring game, when you lose by 74 runs, that's a bit of a shellacking. So very disappointing from a West Indian standpoint. The first game of a series, you really want to get off to a good start and set the tone. We can't underscore enough the importance of this series when you look at direct qualification for the ODI World Cup in 2027. So Bangladesh off to a good start. It's a rebound for them after having suffered defeat at the hands of Afghanistan recently.
Tell us more about Rishad. You being a leg spinner with the best figures of 6 for 35, the best ever for a Bangladeshi spinner. Your take on Rishad?
Yeah, it was wonderful to see the leg spinner in operation. I've always been a huge fan of him. I saw him in the T20 World Cup recently in the West Indies. We saw him again in that bilateral series that they played against us in the Caribbean. And to see him perform like that today, when they really needed someone to get wickets, he was able to get a couple up front and then through the middle. And nice to see that he's gotten a career best figures in the first game of the series. 6 wickets, as you mentioned, the best effort by a spinner for Bangladesh, 6 for 30 odd, I think it was. So wonderful start for him, but the wrist spinners are match winners.
Yeah, talking about the spinners, what about Mediasan Miraj? He's also exceptional today, captain leading from the front. Yes, he picked up just 1 wicket, but he was economical.
I think we also have to mention too the surface. When we had a look at that surface at the start of the day's play, we all knew that it was going to be quite tricky for all of the batters, and it proved that way. So credit to the Bangladeshi batters for getting up to over 200 runs. But it was always going to be difficult from a West Indian perspective because traditionally they've struggled against spin. And when you put them in these conditions here where it was turning massively, that struggle was going to be even more compounded.
Yeah, pitch was the center of attention today right from the start. Your take on the West Indians, how they can adapt in the coming days?
But I think firstly they need to reflect on that toss decision. When I looked at that surface, I was a little bit perplexed as to the reason why Sher-e would want to win the toss and bowl first. I thought that the more prudent thing to do would be to bat first. So maybe start from there and then maybe take a leaf or two from the debutant, the young man who scored 40, almost getting a half century on debut. The way he constructed his innings, you need to spend time out in the middle there, especially if the surface is going to play like that in the second ODI.
Yeah, just looking at the positives, the opening stand was something to look for in the coming days as well.
Yeah, wonderful return to the ODI team for Alec Arthanase and Brandon King getting to 44. You mentioned that opening stand. They've struggled in that department. I think 20 was their best opening stand in 2025. They got 51 today. So that was a platform that they should have built a lot more on. Unfortunately for them, they didn't. And there's a heavy reliance on someone like Shehoop and Sherfin Rutherford, the other batters, to need to step up.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Right, confidence doesn't come from success. Confidence comes from surviving failure. Will West Indies survive the failure and come back again? We'll let you know that in a couple of days. Until then, have a good night.